All right, so Mr. Matthias, thank you for joining in our call today.
Yes, I hope I'm audible enough. Good morning to you, everyone.
Yes, good morning. You're very audible, sir.
All right. So I'm Engineer Matthias Nsende. I work for the science team in State House for the President directly, and I'm glad to be hosted here. And I would really hope that we will have a very fruitful discussion today. So I'm here to, number one, make a plea and a request for that matter. Number two, try to make myself understood a little bit more on what I think I had earlier said through Gloria to your team, Imuka Access, to people who are doing manufacturing at a small scale and medium scale. So I'm here to answer the questions to that regard as well. So I come in today with a plea from my team, the science team that works with the president. The background is quite small and self-explanatory. We have a space or a platform where we exhibit or showcase products that are manufactured using raw materials from our country. That is through value addition on small scale, medium, and large scale. Currently, what we have mostly in this platform or at our platform are people who are doing large scale, the likes of Mandela, likes of Leto, and all those ones that we know. So the president recently called my team, me and my team, and tasked us to try and encourage people who are doing small scale manufacturing and value addition and some bit of technology work to also send in their samples well packaged and branded so that we can also showcase these in order to interest even those that are willing to uh, invest, buy in bulk or support these kind of SMEs and their products. So I sent in a request through Gloria to that regard, and hence my coming in here today. So basically, it is just a request to have at least a few, two, three, four, five samples from those that are willing to, not any cost, to send in to me, or I come and pick from your place because I would also need to know your capacity of production, the team you work with, so that I'm guided in case the questions arise about your products or your services that you offer as I present back to the science team or the president as well. So yes, that's what brings me here today. So I can take questions as much as I can, and I will answer those that I can possibly can. And I would also be glad if a few, two, three of you can invite me to your, I don't know, areas of manufacturing so that I can also be able to see for myself so that I have enough maybe footage to take back to the platform. Maybe to add on that as well, before I forget, is those that I will not be able to carry their technologies or products. We've started a platform that is number one online and is also going to be at one point stationed in the different countries where Uganda has embassies. For these products that are manufactured in Uganda, however small they are, we would want to send them, the president wants us to send them to these embassies so that they can look for the support, the market, and all that comes with being exposed to such uh, kind of entrepreneurs that are not in the country, but at our embassies, or they visit our embassies outside of this country. So yes, those that can also send in information that we can capture on the websites, on maybe in brochures or profiles that we can send into the embassies will also be very welcome and quite helpful. So yes, basically that's it. That would be my submission. Basically, I would maybe keep throwing more light as the questions come in, yeah, in this our discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity, Mr. Matthias. So, yes, please go ahead and ask questions. I know there is an interesting opportunity, and many of us have some extra questions. Maybe you want to know how will I access the platform, or you want to know how am I going to get in touch with you to send the product. So please go ahead and feel free to either unmute or drop your question in group so that we can be able to address those. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I think something that Matthias can emphasize is that the program is targeting Ugandan-made products. So that would be the core. If your business is using Ugandan raw materials to make Ugandan-made products. I hope I'm right, Matthias.
Yes, I think I skipped that. Yes, these are value-added products from our Ugandan raw materials. That's the main focus because we want to develop our manufacturing from our own raw materials. So that's where his focus is at the moment.
All right, awesome. Do we have any questions?
Yes, please.
Awesome.
Yes, please.
Yes, mine is not a question. Mine, I would be interested to invite Matthias to come to our facility in Chijabijo along Gayaza Kalaji Road and look at our products, advise us, and see how we can have the opportunity, because we are doing exactly what he's saying, and sort out from the different products we have, which one can be of market outside and ready for export. I would love him to visit, so you can record us down there. Yellow Star would be willingly to engage more with you and invite you to come. If we schedule a meeting, maybe next week or any days to come. But right now I'm in Gulu because it's raining. I'm with our farmers right now.
Yes, Madam Florence. I think I'm working with Gloria from your end, who is going to generate for me a list, and with her, we shall get time and start moving around to visit you guys so that we can, number one, pick the samples and also give and get more information from all those that are going to come up on the list. So yes,
Okay.
we are available to do that for you.
So now you can put me among the list and let Gloria know, and she contact us.
Yes,
I
I'm
think
the
you
one
have
who's going
our
to make the
contact.
list. Yes, I have your contact,
Okay.
Madam.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Florence, Matthias, Florence is one of the first entrepreneurs we started with in Imuka Access. I'm very proud of her progress. And for sure,
So
this
that's the
program
information I need. Even the ones that have been working with you for some time and they have gotten support from you, that is also very good for me because this is Uganda supported, so it gives us more credibility from whoever is giving us the support once we are out there.
I'm also proud of Imuka. I wouldn't have got this opportunity. I don't know what happened to me. I just found I wrote to Roy and I said, okay. I don't know why. Then from there, I got this information registered and then the process was going on. I think God wanted me to connect. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in the platform today. Thank you. And I'm grateful to Imuka Roy as well. You have done quite a lot for us. I'm proud of Imuka.
Thank you so much, Madam. Most welcome. Emmy, your hand is up. We are going to go one by one. Emmy and then Margaret. Emmy, please go ahead.
Hi, team. Hi, Imuka. Thank you so much for meeting you here. Yeah, we have Ugandan problems. Of course, problems are caused by Ugandans or Ugandan environment, and we import things to address those problems. Are we eligible?
I don't think I understood what you mean by Ugandan problems. I need more explanation on that, if you could.
Thank you. Thank you, Matthias. What I'm saying is that the problems which are caused, let's say, for example, we have people who spend a lot of time using traditional fuels like firewood, charcoal, cow dung, dry crop residues, and of course they end up becoming sick and they affect the environment. We import goods to address those issues. We import gas cylinders, gas stoves, and electric pressure cookers. Can't we benefit as well? Because we are addressing Ugandan problems. The goods are not Ugandan, of course, they are not produced in Uganda, but they are important to address those issues. Can't we benefit as well?
Yes, unfortunately, Amy, for your case, I think you do not fit in the program from what I am aware of, because what we are doing is to find people who are adding value to Ugandan raw materials to come up or spring up with small scale industries or manufacturing setups. So currently, whoever is importing is actually not supposed to benefit from this program. Maybe some other programs, but not this one.
All right, thank you, Dr. Amy. Next was Margaret. Please go ahead. Margaret, are you there? Kindly unmute and ask your question.
Oh, thank you very much for the opportunity. Imuka, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, loud and clear. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm inviting Matthias to come to our place. We are manufacturing energy saving stoves of different types so that we can address the issue of environment. Our stoves are portable, and there are those ones which are like we've constructed some stoves in schools. And what we do, since we are producing briquettes, we are also serving these schools. We have at the moment we have only 2 schools we are giving our briquettes, but they are appreciating the work we are doing. So we give them honeycombs and of different types, because we have medium and big. Then at the same time, we have poultry farmers who are bringing in those day one chicks. So we also make brooder stoves out of the iron sheets from gauge 28, gauge whatever, from Kisenyi, and we are able to give these people one stove can serve like 250 birds. So those people, they also come. When we give them, we sell them these stoves, they still use our briquettes. Then another type is for households who want stick briquettes. The stick briquettes, we weigh them in kilos and we sell in kilos. Whoever wants, or either for office, like those people in the offices, they always buy from us. The individuals who come to pick one on one, they do the same on the stoves and same on the what? On the briquettes. So what we had also done, we have gone ahead to apply for calls of application. That's why when I was introducing myself, I said that right now we have a contract with the private sector and DIZ to take these, we manufacture and distribute these stoves for the refugee camps. And we have got now a small workshop whereby we also work from, that is in Yombe, so that we can easily serve the Bidibidi refugee and the host communities. In that call, that proposal, that work we are doing, we are only serving. We are only allowed to serve 13 districts where these refugee camps are. We are not allowed to go to like a Guru city or Arua. So we have to proceed and go exactly meet those people.
Margaret, you need to summarize. I think what Matthias needs to know is if you're using Ugandan raw materials.
Yes, ours is Uganda raw materials. Thank you very much.
So Matthias, Margaret does energy saving cook stoves and charcoal briquettes. Do they qualify?
I would want to visit their factory, then maybe ascertain, but I think they qualify. I think you can add them on the
I'm
list
going
as well.
to add her to the list. Thank you. We had Isabel. Isabel, your hand is up. Please proceed. Thank you, Margaret. Isabel, let's hear from you.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Roy and the team at Imuka for inviting me. Matthias, thank you for taking time to talk to value-add producers in Uganda. My name is Isabella Gol. I'm the proprietor of Naroho Company Limited, which is a manufacturer, a producer of leather goods. That is bags, shoes, sandals, belts, all from Uganda leather. We've been having a challenge of leather, but the government stepped in and set up a tannery where now we're getting the leather. But we're having major challenges, like the machinery for production is really expensive. So I don't know if that's something that this project can fund. Yeah, and the other thing we've been facing is actually the labor force to make the product. So what we're doing currently, we are training our own labor force, and then we employ them to also manufacture the goods. This is a good sector with so many opportunities, but because we work with limited capital, that's where most of our challenges are. I've worked with Roy also for quite a long time, and he's one of the people who really helped us grow and also chart a way forward with what we can do. Currently, we export our products, our bags, to Japan. We work with a lady, and we manufacture for her for the Japan market. We had started headway into the US market as well, but then, of course, because of the financial challenges, meeting the capacity has become a bit of a problem. So now that's why we're trying to see how we engage. We recently moved our workshop from Luzira to Buikwe, a place called Chiyindi, where we're trying to expand operations. Yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I hope this project can really help us. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. Matthias, could you respond to her?
Yes, Isabel, I'm happy to hear that you're already using our tannery that we are directly in touch and rolling out. So yes, if you're already manufacturing products out of the leather that comes out of our Ugandan tannery, that's the products that we want to get from you, samples, and maybe discuss a little bit more on all your concerns and challenges. Maybe how you can be supported. So I think we can also try and meet up and see what we can do with you, because I think the program also fits for you very, very well.
Thank you so much, Isabel.
Thank you so much.
Very, very first member that we also worked with in Imuka, Isabel. Happy to know that you're exporting right now. Congratulations. And yes, you're going to be on the list. I'm not seeing another hand up, but I'm seeing a question in the chat from Rosalind Medi. She's asking, Matthias, can CBOs be helped? Those are community-based organizations. Can they be considered in the program?
I don't really know what they would be doing, because I would want to know what they are doing as an organization. Then that's where I can base on maybe how to see if they fit in or not. So I would want to first understand what the CBO is about.
Rosalind, are you able to speak up and tell us what you do in the CBO, which kind of products or services that you're engaged in? Yes, kindly unmute. Just feel free, unmute and explain.
So maybe later on they can actually do my write-up and send to you, Gloria, and you'll share with me. It's still okay. As long as they let me
Okay.
know, then I'll respond to them.
Okay. I'll be sharing a number and an email where you guys can send your profiles or anything, any information that you'd want us to submit to Matthias and his department. We'll be sharing that in the chat section. And for most of you, I actually know you, but we'll still share there so that you have everything in one document. Do we have any other question? Because Matthias has to run. He's quite a busy man. So we just have him for a short while. Do we have any pending questions? I think the core of this opportunity is that they want to support Ugandan-made products or services.
Speaking.
Hello.
Yes, please.
So I just have a question.
Sure,
So I
sure.
recently met with I met with someone from China who was looking for an opportunity to partner with like a leather investor in Uganda, and they needed more, I don't know, like support, maybe from the government or something. Is this something that can be considered? Because we're looking at seeing how they can bring machinery from China and then we work together in Uganda and then kind of share profits. Is there a way, Matthias, your office can help facilitate this?
That is another discussion altogether. Maybe I will come and talk to you in person, or not on this platform.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. In case there are no other questions, are there any other questions before I proceed? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Engineer Matthias. I see we don't have any other questions. Maybe we shall just be sharing what Roselle has sent. I don't know if you can read through and see if you'll be able to answer her query right now. So Roselle says they are a youth group where they help old and youth to do different services to help collect the money. So that's like decoration, singing of masses, and other things. So Matthias, that was the submission.
Yes, I've read through, and I really don't think this one fits with the program because there's other presidential initiatives that are currently handling what she's trying to put across. Maybe we can get in touch and I put her in touch with programs that are currently handling what she's trying to put here. But this is not for this program, unfortunately.
Okay, that is understood. I think she would be happy to get in touch with you and get connected to the other initiatives that could be able to support her specific business. But otherwise, thank you very much for the session, Mr. Matthias. I believe you had to run away, so you can please proceed. So thank you for
Thank you
joining.
so much. Hope to be in touch with all of you and come and visit your production centers very soon. I will expect at least maybe with Gloria, that we can start doing the movements and picking samples and everything else. But thank you for having me, and thanks for the good work you're doing out there.
All right.
Thank you, Matthias. So sorry I dropped off Ugandan internet. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And over to you, Eugene. for the next part of the session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Gloria. All right, so I believe I hadn't introduced myself earlier. My name is Eugene Katusime, and I'm the Platform Systems Officer at Imuka Access. So today, basically what I'm going to talk about, let me share my screen. You'll be able to see. Okay, so yes, at Imuka Access, I'm sure you've seen that we help to digitize the business growth process. So as we have been helping entrepreneurs in our networks to help get connected to maybe access funding if they need to scale their business, one thing has been emerging as we go on with these services, and that is that an entrepreneur can be ready to access funding, but they will fall short simply because they do not have financial records intact. And so when an investor is looking to fund a business, these are some of the things that they look at and they pay attention to. So you'll notice that there is actually something interesting. The investors are out there and they're looking for the people to fund, and the people who need the funding are also out there looking for the investors. But what is it that cuts the bridge, that breaks the bridge between them? And we realized that one of the biggest things that cuts the connection or the bridge to these investors is having proper financial records or financial management practices in place. We actually had a program to help and address this. And so what I'm going to present today is a baby or a result of the outcomes of that program. So I hope you can be able to lend me your ears for this session, because I know it will be very insightful for your businesses. And you can feel free to ask questions in the chat or be able to unmute as I go on. We shall also have a question and answer at the end of the session. So it's back to my presentation.
Okay. Eugene, maybe before you start, members, this is very important because for such opportunities as the one Matthias has presented, they're actually going to look at your documentation. So this is why this is very important for you to see how to properly arrange those documents, because when they connect you to those investors or someone wants to buy your product in bulk, big bulks, they will need some organized documentation. So that is why this is very important. I pray we stay up to the very end. Thank you, Eugene.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Gloria. So yes, I will proceed. Just as Gloria has mentioned, this is very important for entrepreneurs to get, and that's your financial records. So as we were doing this program, we noticed that oftentimes the reason why entrepreneurs fail to start using systems maybe like Zoho Books or QuickBooks is because they are hard to use and they are very challenging to get up to speed with. So you're already used to how your business is running, and maybe you're good at sales and marketing. But then the tool is now going to need you to learn accounting terms. So maybe you're asking yourself, what is a balance sheet? What am I supposed to put in a balance sheet? And so we also took that into consideration while coming up with our solution to that. Okay. All right. So these are some of the issues that we identified. Number one, and the most core issue, is that one of the struggles entrepreneurs have is to provide the financials that investors are looking for. And most times the financials don't even have to be complicated. It can be something as simple as a profit and loss report, detailing how much you've made vis-a-vis how much you've spent. And so based on those two figures, how much does your business have? Maybe before they invest into your business, you can say you have made revenue of 100 million, right? But you spend about 95 million in normal company expenses, maybe salaries. And as the business owner, you might not even know this, which brings me to my second problem. So as a business owner, if you do not track your financials and if you do not keep track of how your money is flowing in the business, you're not going to know where you have gaps or patches. So maybe an interesting thing we learned from the program is many entrepreneurs believe that the money that comes in from the business, because I am the founder, I am very free to tap the business's money and maybe buy myself something nice. But if you do not record this, then with time it accumulates. And you'll notice that, fine, you have made 10,000 today, but let's say you spent 6,000 on coffee. But in your recorded book, maybe you're using a physical ledger book or Excel, you recorded that you made 10,000 and you're not sure where the extra money went. So again, if you fail to track this, it causes you to become frustrated, wondering where all the money is going when you're not being able to track your cash flow and how your money is coming in and how it's leaving the business. And then the last thing is being able to see the financial health of the business. So we all know that to start a business, you need capital, right? Maybe the discussion of where to get the capital from is a different one. But when you have the capital to start your business, there are things you're going to spend on as a business. And as you spend on these things, they will allow you to run your business and run your normal day-to-day activities. So an example is maybe you're working and your job is paying you well. And so you've had this dream to maybe let's say, let me use Naro as an example. So you've had this dream to turn leather into nice tangible products for people to be able to buy. But because it's a dream and you love the product, you might price the product very low. And because let's say you're selling a handbag at 50,000 and yet it costs you 55,000 to make, you realize that in the long run, you're actually digging a hole into the money that you used to start the business. So you won't realize this until you actually take time to track the transactions and say, okay, today, this is how much I've made from my customers, and this is how much I spent on the product to get it to the customer. So unless you know such things, tracking the financial health of your business might be a very hard thing. And tracking the financial health of your business has very many advantages. One of them includes knowing if you're pricing your product right. It includes knowing if your product is being sold to the right people in the right places. And it even helps you know if you're ready to start getting the investment or if you need to wait a bit before you get the investment. Because now, for example, investment might come with a percentage that you will need to pay on interest every time. So if your business is not financially healthy, then being able to pay this back will actually stifle your business and will cause it to have trouble. So that's what we are here to present today. And that's the business manager. So what the business manager is it's a simplified tool compared to all the other accounting tools that are out there. Sure, we have Zoho, we have QuickBooks, but getting up to speed with them is a bit hard. And so that's why we made this one a bit simpler for the normal entrepreneur to use. And even an accountant can use it, but it's made for the entrepreneur. You don't have to have accounting knowledge to use it. And basically what it helps you do in a nutshell is number one, generate professional invoices. So let's say now like the opportunity Mr. Matthias presented to us, someone might be interested in your products and services. And let's say you've been producing and supplying to only Kampala entrepreneurs, but someone comes in from Kenya and they're like, oh, I would be happy to import your products into Kenya. Could you send me an invoice for maybe 50 pieces? And then you're like, okay, how do I get the invoice? Maybe you open Microsoft Word, look for an invoice template in there, and then make something that is not professional. You might even fail to track where the money from the invoice has gone to. So this tool allows you to track all your invoices, and they're very professionally made with your logo, your business name, and all of your information, like your bank details. Then you can also send the invoices to the person online, and it will notify you when the person opens your invoice. So if I send you the invoice via email and you open it on your end, I'll be told, okay, Eugene has opened my invoice. So that means Eugene can't tell me that he did not see the invoice. Then the other thing that our tool helps you do is, just as I had said, it's important to know the financial health of your business. You can track your unpaid sales and expenses. So as you record your sales and expenses, you have the option to make them either paid for or unpaid. And the issue with having unpaid sales and expenses is it makes you expect money to come in, but the money is not yet reaching. So maybe at the end of the month, you won't actually realize that you're demanding maybe excess of 2 million. And so this is what the tool will help you do. And now after tracking your expenses and tracking your sales, it's very easy to generate investor-ready reports. And I'm going to show you what those look like, because the reports are what the investors look for. And there are very many other features in the tool. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick demo of the tool to show you how easy it is to use and how easy it is to get started using it today. Okay, I'll be sharing my screen in just a moment. Okay, so this is the tool. You can see I've logged in into the dashboard and I can already see at a glance how my business is performing. I can see the income versus the expense. And if I see this expense graph being higher than the income, then I'll know I'm digging a hole. Maybe I dug a hole in February and I need to patch that up in March. But if I'm seeing more blue than I'm seeing gray, I already know that my business is doing well. You can already see your net income from here, and that helps you know how much you've made versus how much you've spent. So the things I'm going to show you now are mainly how you track a sale, how you track an expense, and then what your report looks like after. So to track a sale, it's as long as you have your customers and your products and services, all you do is create a simple invoice. All right, so when you click create new invoice, you can even select the customer from in here or add them if they're not already in your list. So let's say I'm going to be sending an invoice to Eugene. It already has my business details here set up. You can see my nice looking logo, my business name, the address, then the date of the invoice when it's due. You can drop in your product. And you can see here, in stock helps me track how many items of that product I have left. So it actually also has inventory management for your products and services. So every time you invoice, this amount is going to reduce by the amount you have invoiced someone by. So let's say I'm going to be selling the business modeling guidebook today. I have the option to include a tax if I want, and then I can include a discount. Maybe this customer has been very good, and I'm going to give them a 10% discount. And you can see the footer also has all of your information. It can have your payment information on your website and everything that is important for someone to know. So just like that, we have already created our invoice. And it becomes a draft. So once you approve it, the amount that you put into that invoice is now going to reflect in all of your reports. And it already shows you that the invoice is awaiting payment. So until someone pays you, you can choose to record a payment here. Then if you want to send an invoice to someone via email, you can click send. You can convert it to a recurring invoice. You can export it as a PDF and you can print it. So that's basically how you create invoices. And it even has a QR code here so that if someone scans the QR code, they'll still be able to see the invoice online. And that also adds a professional touch to it. I think it's always nice to have that added feature. So that's how you track a sale. And now after tracking your sales, maybe you have spent today and you want to track an expense. So our expense feature allows you to track what you have spent on. And in cases where your company has reimbursables, or maybe you have an expense that the company can pay you back for, maybe you've had a lunch with a customer that is going to potentially be someone who will be bringing money to the business, and you want the business to pay for that lunch, you can even upload your receipt to this. So adding an expense is as simple as putting in the amount. If you want, you can put in the vendor, but that's only if you're going to be tracking specifically who you've bought from. The category of the expense, so let's say I've spent on transport, the date, not, and you can upload the file. So assuming Safeboda usually has nice adverts. So let's say they say today is a very cold day, get a safe car. I've put in the expense for that. And there it is. So that's how you track an expense, and that's how you put in an invoice. So after you've done those two, the next thing you'll be able to see is your report. So here, when I click profit and sales, I can already know how much I have made versus how much I have spent. And that allows me to see my net profit overall. You can even go ahead to sort and say, okay, maybe I want to see only the report from the paid invoices and the expenses I've actually paid for. So when you do that, the figures are now going to change. And this gives you a more literal outlook on your business. So as simple as this report looks, these are actually the things that the investors look for while coming to invest in your business. Other reports include seeing how much you've made from customers. Maybe you want to see what a particular customer has given to your business. Maybe you're doing a promotion where they're going to get a percentage off. Or you want to see the person you have spent the most on so that you can bargain for a lower price. You can also see purchases by vendor. And if you want to export your report as an Excel spreadsheet, you have your general reports here. So I believe that was about 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, we have tracked an invoice, we have tracked an expense, and we have generated reports. So those are the main features of the tool. When you sign up for the first time, it will start with this demo. So you can go through the demo to know where everything is. And you can also go ahead and check out our knowledge base here. And that will help you know, maybe you have a question of how to do this. Our knowledge base has all of that information too. So yeah, that's it for presenting the tool to you and presenting why it would be important to your business. Thank you very much. And I believe we can now start taking questions based off my presentation.
Wow, thank you so much, Eugene, for that presentation. Members, I think we can attest that these days it's better to have tools to make things faster in business, because you just blink and an opportunity passes you just like that. So Eugene is coming up with very good tools for us to ensure a smooth flow in our business transactions and business operations. Thank you so much for that. We have actually a testimony in the chat section from Bernadette Ajao from Wabibi Pads Limited. She's saying she joined the call late, but she's very happy to be here. She's saying she's attesting that she has personally benefited from the Imuka Business Manager and she highly recommends it. We are so glad to hear that from you, Bernadette. And we hope other people will also embrace technology these days for business. That is the way to go. So if we have any questions for Eugene, please go ahead. I see Florence's hand is up. Please unmute and ask away. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. I was asking, is this tool is generated from the QuickBook or it is different from the QuickBook?
This tool is different from QuickBooks, but there are some certain similarities. So it's meant to be simpler than QuickBooks so that even just someone who's starting out with tracking their finances can be able to use it.
Okay. So for us who are now so senior in a QuickBook, do we need to use that tool as well?
I know if you're already using QuickBooks, then it's very okay to continue using QuickBooks.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I think this tool is targeting to make it easy for business owners who maybe don't have accountants, they don't have a big team or systems in place to just start at least streamlining their financial processes in a simple way, even if you don't have the full accounting knowledge. Because people fear and say, I don't have an accountant, I fear numbers, this and that. We are trying to really simplify so that even someone without an accounting background can properly track their business records and present them to investors. Yes, do we have another hand up? Bernadette's hand is up. Then after Bernadette, Christine. Let's have Bernadette.
Yes, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. And yeah, it's
good morning.
an honor to join the call. Like I said, I apologize for joining in later. I had an engagement when I was in. So I've personally been using the tool, and I must say, like I testified, it's really helped me. For someone who doesn't have an accountant and has to juggle all things and maybe send out invoices and also issue receipts, the tool has really helped me. So my question is around the court. Of course, we have customers who ask us for quotations. And when I look at the tool, there is no quote provision for it. However, there is estimates. I wanted to understand, is estimates the same as quotation, or then the other also could be around maybe helping us and adjusting to also including payments like mobile money, because most of these are reflecting payments like Paystack, Razorpay, Strip Payment, PayPal, which most of us as entrepreneurs maybe might not be using. So if there is a way that they can inbuild in maybe payment by mobile money or by bank, though I see there is also provision for other. Yeah, basically that's just my concern that I would like to raise. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Bernadette. Maybe we can hear Isabel's question before I go ahead to answer yours.
My question is, so I didn't know, is this an Imuka app? Because I know it looks more like the Zoho. I've been using Zoho. I tried QuickBooks. For QuickBooks, I feel is for advanced businesses, which are really, but for like small businesses, I see your app is actually quite quite on point. My other issue would be because I had challenges because some of us don't just sell products, we make the products. So there's the part of production, which has its own inventory issues. So I actually went on to get Zoho inventory as well. Do you have plans of having that connected to this? And then I would also just add on the bank issue, if you could probably integrate local banks, because my major issue with Zoho, it has international banks. So when you're DFCU, you try to look for your DFCU. So it's hard to balance what's in your account most times, because you're just putting figures and you say send to DFCU, but when you bring a statement from DFCU, it's not tallying properly with what is in your account and things like that. So things like mobile money, that's very important, local banks, and yeah, but I think this is a good app. I might actually shift to it if it's not the same as Zoho.
Okay, thank you. Christine, I see you have a question, but let me first answer the question from Bernadette and the question from yes, so we can go ahead. All right, so Bernadette, you had asked if estimates are the same as quotations, and yes, they are aimed to be the same as quotations. And actually, when you create an estimate in the tool and someone approves the estimate, you can then convert it into an invoice so that you can get them the invoice sent as quickly as possible. So I will be happy to show you that. Maybe we can link up after the call and I'll be able to explain that better. Then you had also asked if we could take some time to integrate mobile money and a bit more of local banks. I think that's a very great suggestion. And yes, I'll definitely pass it back to my team and we shall be rolling that out as we go on. So thank you for those questions. All right, Isabel, you had asked if it has a different inventory system compared to Zoho. So the way the inventory system in the tool works is, as you're registering your products and services, you put in an amount at the time of registration. So assuming you have 100 handbags, you're going to register that in your products and services. And every time you invoice someone, then that's how the inventory is going to reduce. We had not done the complex inventory of knowing maybe to make a handbag, you have these specific raw materials and you're putting those into the inventory. For now, we had kept it as simple as possible so that for someone who is just starting to use tools as this, they don't find it hard to maybe traverse the tool and be able to use it. But yes, inventory is already there. It doesn't directly integrate with Zoho's inventory system, but you can be able to put in the different products and services, import them actually from an Excel or spreadsheet, and then you can put in the amounts available for each of them. I hope that answers your question. If you have any additional question, feel free to just let me know. But otherwise, Christine, you can go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Gloria, for sharing this in the 5 a.m. club. So my question is, I'm running, it's more of a retail, but I'm building it to become a wholesale shop. You know, the shops are of Carlo. Can this system apply? Because in our things, there are things we sell of 100, 200, 500, you know? Yes, that's my question.
Okay, that's a good question. Yes, I believe this system can be applied for the shop because actually, if you noticed when I was creating my customers, one thing I had there is retail customers. So in the cases when you have like a wholesale shop or a shop where someone is not going to directly tell you their name as they walk in to buy something, you can register them as a retail customer and the rest of the functions will be the same. So you put in the products or services, maybe the amounts of pens you have bought from BIC or boxes you have bought from BIC. And every time you make an invoice and sell that pen, it will be reducing in the inventory and that will still be able to be reflected in your reports. Then similarly, as a wholesale shop, you'll be buying products from the manufacturers and they'll be coming into your business. So you can also set the manufacturers up as vendors and you'll be able to know, okay, I bought this number of pieces from this vendor. And from these specific pieces, now that they are products that I am selling, I have sold this number. So yes, it can definitely work for a wholesale shop. And in case you would want to have me pass through the tool for you, maybe in a more detailed form, you can just reach out to us and we shall be able to do that for you too. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, awesome, awesome. Members, Imuka Access is here for you. That is one thing I want to assure you. Imuka Access is your business growth partner. So feel free to, first of all, join the WhatsApp group, because these days we are digital. These things we just share on the group. So feel free to join the WhatsApp group. And then once you're there, if you need Eugene for that tool, if you need Roy for capital raising, if you need whatever you need, just post that I'm having this challenge, guys, please help me. I need this to make my business grow. We shall support you. We shall create the time. We shall support you. So just like Eugene has said, he always has sections for people who want to start using the link. So you can just comment in the group and he will organize a session just for you to understand your business needs, and then show you how best to use this tool. Eugene, kindly help me to just resend the link to the WhatsApp group on the chat section so that members can join in. I think we have only 5 minutes to go. Imuka, we like to respect the time of entrepreneurs because time is money. So I don't know if there's any pending questions before we call it off. But in the meantime, join the WhatsApp group. We share all opportunities on that group, and we encourage people to be free with any challenges they are facing so that we can navigate this entrepreneurship journey together. Do I have a new hand up? Are we okay? I think we are fine. Have we reshared the link? Eugene just helped me to share the link. It was in the chat just a while ago.
Okay, I'm going to. Right, I see some people are asking for the link for the WhatsApp group, so let me first get this link and I share it in a few.
I had actually shared it before, but please reshare so that no one misses out. And really, members, we are glad and thankful to you for joining this call. Every time we put out a masterclass, a call, a meeting, anything, that you create the time to be here and invest in your business. This time you're putting here is actually investing in your business. So we respect your time and we are so grateful, and we look forward to working together so that we walk this entrepreneurship journey together. Do not suffer alone. Business is very hard. It can be very challenging, and you have a strong support system in Imuka to walk this journey with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much once again. Thank you, Eugene, for organizing today's session. And thanks to Matthias in absentia. I will still reach out to him. Please reach out to me on that number that I shared, and email. Share your brochures, share your profiles, share your pictures. Actually, share in the group, because in the group we also have other entrepreneurs who might be your suppliers, your clients, your partners. It's wide. So share and let's compile a list that we can submit to the State House Production Department so that you get the support that you need. Because normally when investors come to the country, it's the big companies that take these opportunities. The SMEs do not access these opportunities. So this time they want to focus on the SMEs. And this is our window, our chance to put our products out there and give you the support that you need for your business. So let's not slag on it. Let's take this opportunity when it's still hot. So yes, I hope we are joining the WhatsApp group today, and we shall continue to share more in the WhatsApp group. Allow me to end here so that we don't take up any more minutes of your time. We have kept it to 1 hour of information about business and business opportunities. Thank you so much. Have a fruitful day, and let's go grow those businesses. Bye.
Thank you very much for joining, everyone. And we shall be sharing the recording, the link to the WhatsApp group, and the number to present your products to after the meeting. Oh, Isabel, you were saying something. I think we cut you off.
I think just one question. The tool, is it for paying? Does it have a charge or something?
Oh, yes. So the tool has a charge. Normally it's $50 a year. That's about 200,000. But currently we have a deal going on, a sale going on, where we are doing it at 50% off. So that's 100,000, and that comes with the tool for a year plus onboarding for your business so that you can not start from scratch. We help you to set up your products and services, your customers, and then we still show you how to effectively use the tool.
Thank you.
Right, thank you, Flo. Okay, other than that, thank you very much for joining, everybody, and have a lovely rest of your Thursday. Hopefully it becomes warmer.
Oh yes, oh yes. Thank you so much. Let's join the group. Let's continue the conversations from there. Have a blessed day. Thank you for being here.